All right, I gotta be quick. So I got somewhere to be. It is Monday. I don't know the actual number day. I was gonna try, y'all. I thought, but hold on. I decided to get a couple hours in on the truck. Glad that I did, because get my light here. My bad. Yes, I was working in the rain. The turbo is out. So we got the turbo out. There's an up pipe that goes right next to that pipe that you see right there. Pulled that out because I got to get that capped off from the EGR hookup. So now we are sort of ish back on schedule. Now it is up to me while I'm at work to do the actual turbo rebuild, and then see if I can get one of my civilians that's really good with welding to cut off and cap off the up pipe and weld it shut, and then it would be ready to go back together. I do have a race plug for the fuel system, but I don't know if I want to deal with that. I'm really touching a lot of stuff right now. I might hit up my tuner and see if it's actually even worth it, but nonetheless, progress is being made. I don't think I'll ever do this again. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, this is trash. Like, without the rain, that job still would have sucked. The rain sprinkled a little bit of suck onto it, but that's not fun. And that thing is heavy. It may look small, but that thing is really freaking heavy. I think that thing is almost heavier than my 76 mil that I had on a Camaro. I'm almost willing to sort of bet money on that. That's how heavy that thing is. It's such an awkward grab because it's all the way in the back. Y'all should see me up in here trying to fish that thing up out of there, because I skipped some steps. I ain't gonna lie. I was supposed to move the compressor and have the line out the way. I did not. And, man, I caught a cramp in my hip trying to get that thing up out of there. Had to stop, and I was really mad because I was fighting it so much, and I finally got like halfway out, and I had to get out of the engine bay and stop because my hip was cramping up so bad I couldn't keep going. But, yeah, anyway, I will try to record and keep you guys updated with the whole rebuild process of the turbo. I have bust one down at work already from an LMM that I got, but the housings were a little bit different, so it didn't work out. I tried to make a drop in and cheat, and so pull this one and then drop the other one in. And yeah, it didn't work out that way. So we're going to be busting this one down and come out of here and fully rebuilding it, veins, all of that good stuff. I'll try to record it, but it's going to be kind of tough. I'm not going to lie to you guys, because I'm going to be doing it at work. So bear with me if I don't get any footage on it. And like I said, I'm going to be watching the video myself on how to do it. So just work with me. This thing, back burner, the owner isn't really concerned with it being done right now. I am, because my memory is bad. And even though I have had this car down to this point pretty much almost like this already, I want to go ahead and throw it back together before I start forgetting stuff, because it's already been a minute, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah, I don't want too much time to pass in between, and I go to put this thing back together. Even though I'm pretty good with putting bolts back where they go and stuff like that, it's just, I'm just ready to put this thing back together, and I got a lot of work ahead of me on this, and we need said money out of it. So I'm going to try to hurry up and bust tail on Diana, get her back going. Once I finish up all this turbo mess and put it all back together, and then, you know, some of that stuff, majority of stuff won't be going back in. We'll have to pin the ECU and wire up the ECU, flash the tunes on it, all that good stuff. So I'm doing decent on time now. I was pretty behind and pretty upset about it. I definitely could be further along if I were able to work Saturday like I planned on doing so. I would have had the turbo out, probably started on the rebuild today. But it is what it is. No point in dwelling on the past. Can't change anything about it. So, like I said, I gotta go. So I will get with y'all later, and hopefully later is tomorrow. I don't know how I'll put these mashups or uploads together. I might just put this together with the first rebuild video or whatever, depending on how long that is, and then cue you guys in on that. But I'm gonna bounce, get up out of here. I gotta clean up, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Y'all need to know that stuff. I'll catch y'all later, man. All right, guys, here we are. Turbo is torn down for the most part. This is the old wheel, old vanes, old locking plate. It's an old impeller for the cold side, and that's our compressor housing. This is all our new stuff. I just cleaned it all up, wire brushing and the old Milwaukee and Air, getting it all together. So I'm gonna double check my video. I just want to check in with you guys, let you know how's it going. Think I'm ready to start back putting it back together. So wish me luck, fingers crossed I do it right and it goes better than last time that I tried to do this with the wrong housings. And yeah, let me get back to it. Catch y'all later. Gang members, y'all lucky that this man right here is here, because he's the reason why I'm recording. I definitely was not. I've been jobbing and working. I'm not gonna cap. I don't even know where I left off. So the turbo's been rebuilt and it's finished. I painted it. Let's get that out of the way. There it is. Yep, painted, tore it up, putting it in here. It took me a couple hours. That sucked. Got the Y bridge in there as well. Got that billet SDP jut. Got the little horn. That's painted as well. Tore up. We just finished getting a downpipe on. We had to run to Randy's house and buzz off the edge, the lip that goes into the back of the turbo. This thing has been Cerakoted or something like of the sort, and it was basically making it very difficult to fit into the back of the turbo. So we went and buzzed that off. Shout out to Randy. And it fit like a glove after that. We just hooked up the downpipe. I got both up pipes hooked up and tight. Pedestal bolts, old drain. Cold side hooked up over there. I hope and believe that I got all the coolant stuff that's left hooked up and whatnot. And yeah, no, for real. So we're gonna hook up this guy right here. This is gonna come and do a little loop over and come down over here. And then our cold air. Ooh, I gotta put the map sensor in the new pipe that goes right here. And then we'll stick our cold air in, tighten that puppy down. And then, what do we have in the bed? Let's take a look-see. Oh my God. That needs to go on. That's important. Crap. I'm so glad I came back here. All right, I gotta go. I gotta put this on. All right, everybody. What's the word? Get her unlocked so she doesn't get mad at me, start screaming. Oh man, obviously it's another day. Today is the week mark actually of when I started this mess. So update, pretty much got it all back together. The dipstick tube was a fight. I had to break some stuff off of it to get it to fit, because I believe I was supposed to do that before the downpipe. Can't remember, so whatever, I made it work. I stuck some heat wrap around here just to be safe, because it's really close to that terminal. Pretty sure that's vents pulling up. Let's see. Yep. All right, yeah, so we got our butts kicked last night, man. We had this thing hooked up, trying to flash it, and we're having software issues. The device is not set up or linked like it's supposed to be, so we're trying to figure that out. Yeah, it's been an experience, to say the least, around here lately. So right now, oh, also, I tore an O-ring. Oh my God, why did that go back in there? I gotta take this back out. But this guy, this coolant pipe, there's an O-ring that goes on there that got torn. It was dumping all the coolant that I was pouring into it out. So I have to change that O-ring real quick, and then hopefully install it without breaking it again. And then Mark wants me to pull the stock file off of this thing, so gotta do that, and then we'll go from there. But pretty trash, not a good time. Truck still doesn't run, and today is the day that I wanted it to be done, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, he's got the jumper cables on. Truck is riding an entire.
You can't even see the turbo. Hey, not too close. That stuff's trash.
What's going on over here, bro? Give the people an update.
It says it's done. We gotta wait for that little countdown or whatever to start it, but we're not gonna start it because she's thirsty. So we gotta go get her some food.
Some fur.
You know, lie to you, chat. Terrified. I want to throw up.
It'll be alright. We've done worse. Like that. Oh, shit. Is this for real right now?
No.
Are you for real?
No.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be. Terrified. I think I'm gonna puke. And I'm about to waste a bunch of this.
Get that good shot.
Hey, you. Good E85. Imagine.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Where's my phone? Hold on. Ooh.
Buddy, nervous.
I'd rather go in the house.
Hey, low key, this angle right here is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't going with you.
Alright. Go. Attempted the first start.
Hey. Fucking Boeing 747 over here.
Alright, that was my bad. She's charging now. I didn't plug in the connector. We're good. We're at 14.9 like usual. Yeah, we gotta let it warm up, and hopefully it does a vane relearn. But I think it's supposed to be like 100 and something coolant temp. Just in here idle. I can't give it any throttle, so sorry, no revs right now. But I gotta let it warm up, and then I gotta do that anyways because the coolant system was open, and then bleed that hopefully. And then also, yeah, like I said, I really need the turbo to do its relearn on the vanes. You'll hear it do a little. It's weird to explain it honestly if you've never heard it, but it basically like opens them all the way and shuts it closed. And it's like a parameter check to see like position. So in a computer, it knows when to demand what at what time. But so far so good. We're not dumping a bunch of stuff out the bottom, so that's good. And yeah, I don't hear any crazy leaks, no exhaust leaks. I was definitely scared on that. But we haven't driven it, so there's that, and it also got to heat up and then cool back down. So we'll see, but so far so good. We got some check engine lights, but there's definitely a few things that's not plugged up anymore. So I'm assuming that that's what that stuff is for. We'll deal with that later and look into that later. Probably have to get with the tuner. Definitely don't want any check engine lights driving around. So I don't know, we'll see, but sounds cool. All right, let me let this thing warm up and keep a close eye on her, and I'll get with y'all later.
First drive.
Oh, there it is again.
Buddy's stomach is in his ass.
Yes, absolutely.